Okay, so today let's talk about a little more about pointers. But today we will talk about the structures pointers. So how to use pointers point to structures? What's pointers? Let's review it. Pointers is a special type. So pointer, you can imagine is a type. This type, when you use this type to define a variable, so if you have a variable with this type, you can use this variable to store the memory address of other variable, which means you can update any variable, no matter inside or outside function, you can update it by using pointers. So here's the example. If I have an integer x, which is 0, I can define an integer pointer. This is a type, okay? Integer pointer y equal address x. Then when I say y dereference, so this is a dereference, y dereference equal to 2, then it's update x from 0 to 2. Okay, so the reference here, the reference here, and the type here, they are not different. The first star is used for define a type, define this variable type. Tell the compiler this variable's type is a pointer. Second star here is a dereference. Dereference a variable to use the memory address is stored to access to other memory chunk. This is the idea. Do you have any questions about the pointers, how to use it?
Well, I have a question. Can I use pointers point to a structure, or I can only use pointer point to a primitive data type?
This is a good question. Actually, yes, you can definitely use pointers to point to a structures. Do you remember what I said for structures? Structures allow you to define new type. So, but after you define new type, there's no difference between these new type to your integer. Everything you can do with your integer or float or character, you can definitely do this structure. So of course, you can define the structure pointers. So here's the example. If I have a structured structures date, okay, assume you remember what structure date is. There's a month, day, year, this stuff. Assume I have this structure date variable for today, okay, and I can give some value here, no matter what. There's a month, day, and year. I can define the pointer by using this structure date pointer. So this is a type. I can define the pointer ptr equal address today. That's it. Okay. So then I can use these pointers to update the data in here for today. So for example, I can say star ptr dereference. I use the memory address open. Star ptr this dot month. I can say update is tonight. I can also say star ptr dot year equal to 2020. I can do it. So there's no difference. The only difference is that after the reference, the pointers need start and the field to update which field you want to update in the structures. Okay? So this is not so different. Also, C programming provides more convenience operation for you to update the data inside the structures, which is called arrow. How to use arrow? So you can imagine that arrow equal parentheses star dot for character. You can just use one arrow. So you can say ptr arrow months equal to none. These two lines are the same. So this is C languages, how C languages provide a convenient operation for you to deal with the pointers to a structures. Structure, after you use structure to define something, you define new type. Everything you can do with integer, you can do with this new structure type, right? So of course, the pointer can point to a special structure type. Let's see an example. Okay, so this example shows how to use a pointer to a structure. So first one, we define a structure we are familiar with, a structure date, which has a month, days, and year. Then inside this, we use the structure to define a new variable called today, and we try to print out today's month, day, and year, which is September 25th, 2004. Okay, so here we can define pointers. You can see here. So the first three keyword is the type. So we define it's a pointer. Okay, it's a pointer, and this pointer point to a memory chunk. In this memory chunk, you store the data type structure date. Okay, so we define a pointer point to this structure. Then we say a pointer equal address today. So this pointer right now point to this variable today. And we have this pointer, we start, we open, we dereference, we got the memory chunk. It's reference to. Then we change the field day equal to 21. So here you should see is a September 21, 21st, and 2004. Okay. Then of course you can also use another format, which is arrow. So we will talk a little bit more about this arrow stuff, because if we are talking about structures, we use arrow instead of dots in structures. So we use arrow pointers, arrow day, which equal to star data ptr parentheses dot day. So this one equal to this one. You can imagine that this one equal to this one. Data ptr arrow day equal to the reference data ptr dot day info structures equal to 18. And this is more usual form. Actually, we prefer you to use it, but if you don't understand, try to try to check it, try to use the original form and convert it to this one. Then we update the day equal to 18. So it should be got updated. So right now, let's see if with GCC, this program structure pointers, -o structure pointers, then we compile it. So you can see the first one is September 25th. The second one is update to 21st, then 20 and 18. So this is how we update the structures pointers. So of course, pointer can point to a structure because structure is a type, just like an integer. Okay, so let's see some a more example. Back to this program. Let's look at what's memory address look like. Okay, so we can have a memory address. We try to print out the memory address for these structures. So we print out the memory address. %p. P is the address. If you want to print out a memory address, print out %p, then /n, and we want to check the address of for today. Okay, address to today, the month. So where is the address of month? Where is the address of the field month? Address today, the day, address today, the year. Okay, so this can give us a hint, oh, how it look like in memory for this structure stuff. The months go first, then day, then year, or it's random order. Then let's see another example here. We want to check what's the value of our pointers. So we can print out the value that PTR. So we have a value date PTR. So the value of that PTR should be the address of the structure, right? So where's the address of the structure? What's the address of the structure? Should be equal to the address month, address day, or address year. Should be address months. Why? Because month is the first field. So if you remember what I said for a structure in structure topic, the memory model for structures is the order, how you define the structures. The order is matter. So the first one you define is the first data in this memory chunk. So let's see if we try to print out this, and today the months, we should see they are equal here. Okay, so I try to bring out month, day, and year. Let's see how it looks like in memory model. Then we can see it's the same between data PTR, the value of a pointer, and the address of today's months. Okay, so again, we do GCC. Let's print out. So you can see here, the value of pointer equal to the address of today's months, the first data in your structure. And in here, today the month, today the day, today the year, actually, they are only 4 byte difference. 44, 48. For C, if you know hex number, C is kind of 12. So it's just like a 4 byte difference between each field in memory. Okay, so let's see what did we learn a little bit like in a previous example. The first one, we know we can use pointer structure. We can use structure pointer. So for example, if I have a structure date, I can use structure date star PTR. Then I define a pointer, the type is structure date star. Okay, so then because it's structure, so there's a couple different fields inside the structures. So which means the value of pointer equal the address of first field in structure. Okay, because it's point to the first field in the structure. Okay, so this is the value, the address. The address of the structures is actually the address of the first field in the structures. Okay, so the second part, how we dereference the structure. So because we want to dereference, okay, so we have a PTR. So of course we can start PTR. We open this box, finding the memory chunk in the memory. Then we can use dot to get the field. For example, months. We can use this. Okay, start PTR. We open the box. Okay, we open the box and got the memory chunk. We can access the data. Then we use dot year to get the field. Then use it. So this is how you use the structures. Or you can use PTR arrow months to get the same data. So you can imagine that this arrow equal to the star plus this parentheses plus this star. So you try to try to reduce your effort. You can make it easier. You don't need to like, oh, there's a parenthesis here, there's a parenthesis there. You can just use arrow. It saves your time. But if you got confused, I would suggest you to read this first. Try to practice to use this first. Then try to convert it to here after you get like confident to use the format here. Okay, because this is most straightforward. Open, then find a field. This one arrow equal to open and find a field. So it's save some step, but if you got confused, check the first format, then try to practice how to convert it to the second one. Okay, that's my suggestion. Okay, so this is for pointers. I hope you enjoyed today's lecture. We talk about how to use pointer structures. This is a short videos. I hope it can help you to understand the pointers a little bit more. Okay, so pointers is awesome.